So the topic assigned to me today is Introduction to Artificial Intelligence. So over the next 20, 25 minutes, I'll be talking this, I'll be introducing artificial intelligence based on its definition, evolution of AI, the concept of machine learning, deep learning, and generative AI. Can request the organizing team to mute others so that it may not be disturbing for all of us?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. And the uses and benefits of this AI, and risk and challenges, and future of AI. So I'll be trying to cover, or I will be trying to introduce the AI in these headings. Yes. So I just would like to start my presentation with a small question. Are we using AI on daily basis? Are we using artificial intelligence on daily basis? Yes, of course, we are using it directly or indirectly or knowingly or unknowingly. So whatever gadgets we are using daily in each and every minutes, that has some components of AI, whether it is the Google Map or in the form of social medias or the Chat GPT or any other chat bot like Copilot, Gemini, all those things. So all these softwares and applications are using some more, or at least one or more components of AI. So the answer is yes, we are using AI directly or indirectly in our day-to-day activities. So now the question, so what is AI? So all of us talk about AI. So when we are hearing multiple times about AI in terms of everything. So if I think about social medias, if I talk about the OTT platforms or in the healthcare sectors, so everywhere this term AI is now, it's become very, very common. So what is AI exactly is? So it's a technology that enables computers and machines to simulate human learning. So the term simulate is very, very important, which help to comprehend or for the problem solving or for decision making or creativity and autonomy. In simple words, in other words, I would define artificial intelligence as the science of making machines that can think like humans. So a machine, we will be giving data, and this particular machine has the ability to think just like a human brain can do. That is the simplest definition of AI. For example, so suppose if you're traveling to your workplace, suppose from your house, you're traveling to SGPJ by the help of a Google map. The Google map will identify multiple ways to reach SGPJ, and it will give you the best out of these options by considering the distance from your house to SGPJ, by considering the traffic that may occur during in that pathways. So by considering all these options, this particular AI-based Google map will give the best suggestions so that we can reach your destination in time. So there is a simple example that we use on daily basis. Another example is AI chatbot based on generative pre-trained transformer. So when I said generative pre-trained transformer, you may think what it is. It is nothing but it is Chat GPT. So the full name of Chat GPT is AI chatbot based on generative pre-trained transformer, that is GPT. So we are using Google Maps, we are using ChatGPT and many other softwares which are basically AI based. So I'm not discussing in detail about the AI. I'll be trying to introduce the topic of AI on from a common man perspective. In a most simplest way, I will try to make you understand what is AI. And I believe that the subsequent speakers will detailing much more about this different aspects of AI. So I talk about the evolution of AI. So maybe we might have heard about this AI, maybe in recent times, maybe in the last 5 years or maximum up to 10 years. But in fact, the concept of AI has emerged in the 1950s itself. It's about 75 years the concept of AI has emerged in the US. So what is in 1950s? So the first time when the concept of artificial intelligence came, the concept was just like that human intelligence exhibited by machines. The question was, can we make machines which can act as a human beings? From that concept, the entire evolution of AI transformed from this AI to now we are in the place of a generative AI. So from artificial intelligence in 1980s, they have developed machine learning. Then in 2010s, the concept of deep learning has come. And now it's a time of generative AI. So this is the evolution, this is the journey of AI from 1950s to the till this particular present day. In the 75 years, the concept of AI has emerged and evolved in a transformative way. So we'll see what all these aspects in detail. So in 1956, John McCarthy introduced or coined the term artificial intelligence in US. So remember, we just started to hear about artificial intelligence, but this particular term of artificial intelligence as coined in 1956 itself, around 70 years before. So the first component of machine learning. So what is this machine learning? So all of us will be quite familiar about this picture. That is Netflix. Suppose if you open this OTT platform and you will be watching some series, some movies, some videos. So all these data will be grabbed by the AI or the machine learning aspect, which is present in this particular software, and they will try to study this particular viewer. So they will understand your behavior, and it will try to give you the series, the films that you like. So by after learning you and absorbing data from your search patterns, it will provide you the most appropriate content that you like to watch every day. So this is the small concept, or it is an example for machine learning. So what is machine learning? So machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence. So machine learning is not just different from AI. So machine learning is a part of artificial intelligence that allows computers to learn from data and make decision or predictions without being explicitly programmed. As I said, the example Netflix, which recommending shows based on what you have watched before. So this particular machine learning is working based on the data that you are providing, or it will automatically grab data from your search patterns, from your search histories. That's why, suppose today you are searching, suppose you want to buy a mobile from shopping platforms like Flipkart or Amazon, and you're searching for mobiles, maybe Samsung, iPhone, whatever. So based on your history of searching, the very next day, it will start to give you more and more options. How? By using this machine learning. So this is the simplest meaning of, or simplest example that you can understand about machine learning. So from the data, so this machine will try to give the output. So now what are the types of machine learning? So we have supervised learning, we have unsupervised learning, and we have reinforcement learning. So now what is supervised learning? So supervised learning means we will be giving data voluntarily to the particular software. For example, so if you want to delete or if you want to block any spam in your mail or in your SMS messages, so you want to block any particular message or any spam mails, then you will be selecting that as a spam. So based on that given data, this machine or this machine learning will try to prevent all the messages which comes from that particular number by identifying it as a spam. That is an example for supervised learning. So whereas for unsupervised learning, it finds patterns in unlabeled data. For example, customer segmentation. So you may not be giving data from your search history, from your pattern or from your search history. This machine will automatically identify and it will start to give you the outputs as you wish. So what is this reinforcement learning? So reinforcement learning means learns by trial and error through rewards. So rewards in the sense, suppose if you're searching, if you're watching something in YouTube, and some advertisement will comes, and those in which you are not interested, you'll be skipping it, right? You'll be use the option skip the ad. So it will be automatically, it will try to stop such advertisement by understanding that you are not interested. So this machine will adopt a pattern of trial and error. It will give you some of the options, and how you are reacting to that particular option, this machine will give subsequent options for that. So these are different types of machine learning. And this is one of the major component or major subset of artificial intelligence. Now, what is deep learning? you might have heard about this term, deep learning. So this is just like a specialized branch of machine learning. It's a part of, or it is a specialized form of machine learning that uses neural networks with many layers. So it means this deep learning will be using a neural network pathway, just like how our brain behave or how our brain identify the things and how our brain is interpreting a particular stimulus. Similarly, if we give a mass data, so we have to give a complex data like images or speeches or anything. So this machine will try to work just like a brain. That's what is called as deep learning. It is just like the basic concept of this deep learning is how a brain works in a normal person's behavior. Similarly, this machine will work based on the big data. So for to work this deep learning aspects, it requires a deep data or mass data. So you might have heard about mass data, right? So the all these software companies, for example, Flipkart, Amazon, all these things, they are using these mass data. Based on this mass data, it will try to study the different aspect of a customer and they'll be providing data accordingly. For example, the Siri, we are using this MacBook, the Siri software or Google Assistant. So they are basically using deep learning machines. So now we are in the era of generative AI, generative artificial intelligence. So whatever we have seen so far, like whether it is machine learning or if it is in the deep learning, so these two things will act based on the data that you are giving. If you're giving minimal data, for that machine learning is enough. If you want to solve a complex data or mass data, it use deep learning facilities. Now, what is this generative AI? So generative AI means so whatever data it has already, this particular software try to create a new or original content. For example, text. It can generate a new text. It can generate an image. It can generate a music or even videos. That's what commonly we use ChatGPT. Suppose if you're writing, please prepare a email or please prepare a request letter. So this ChatGPT will automatically generate a mail content or any request, any application, everything. So it can generate by its own. It can generate text, it can generate videos, it can generate music, chords, everything it can generate. Even the images, you might have seen deep fake images, right? So all these things can be generated based on the data it has already. So it is not just copy of any other things. It is this machine is automatically generating, which is not existing now, which is something new and it's not just copy paste. So it can generate text, it can generate images, it can generate music, or it can generate any codes that we commonly use in ChatGPT. So ChatGPT or the Gemini or Copilot. So these are some of the commonly used generative AIs. ChatGPT is OpenAI and Copilot is by the Microsoft or Gemini is by Google platform that all of us will be commonly using. So what is the impact of artificial intelligence in the society? Yes, so it will help us in our workplace to transform our workplace. It will help us, or in our personal life. So these softwares, these artificial intelligence will make our job very easier, very smarter. Yes, we always believe in hard work, right? But this artificial intelligence help our life to make it more smarter. So we are now living in the era of smartness, not just like hard work. So hard work is important. With that, the smart work is important. So here, the role of AI comes, which makes our life and job more smarter than previous. So there are numerous benefits and uses of artificial intelligence. So in each and every aspects, it can be used. For example, in healthcare, all of us, I believe the subsequent speakers will detail more about its benefits in healthcare. So in healthcare, commonly it can be used for detecting a particular disease based on the data, or it can predict the onset of a particular disease, or it can be used to give personalized medicine by understanding the nature and characteristics of a particular person, or even by using AI, the robotic surgeries. Now you might be heard about this robotic surgeries. So artificial intelligence is using for this performing robotic surgeries. This AI can be used for finance, for education, for daily life that we are using for Netflix, for Google Assistant, Siri, Gemini, everything we are using this. So there's numerous areas where we can use, where in the form of automobiles for generating, because it is error though. So when the humans are preparing a machine, there is a chance of errors, right? But when AI is used, the chance of errors are very, very minimum. It can be used in the automobiles, it can be used in the manufacturing with the precision. So precision is another key aspect of AI. So without errors, with most accuracy, with most precision, a particular thing can be manufactured. So it can then gaming, it can be used in government. So in on daily basis we are using for an AI based cameras, artificial intelligence based cameras in the weapons, in the new war is happening nowadays. So everywhere this AI based aspect is using. In the healthcare it can be used, in the finance, education, business, everywhere. So what in whatever areas we are involved, so everywhere this AI can be used. So now, so do you think that there is some risk of AI? Yes, there are numerous benefits, but with that, there are some risk as well. For example, job displacement. So nowadays, the IT companies, you might be heard about this IT companies. They are the many persons, many software engineers. They are working in IT field. They are losing job. Why? Because rather than a human being, this machine can perform the work at quite faster and with more precision. So the requirement of human beings are less. So it can lead to job displacement. So the reskilling or upskilling of human capacity is very, very important. So to prevent job displacement, so there we are learning more and more skills. Now it's about everything is about skill. So we need to reskill. So the new term is coming up is upskilling or reskilling. So as a human being, we have to compete with this AI for stabilizing our job. Then there can be bias. Why there is bias? Because so the output which is generated from the AI, it is typically based on the data that we will be giving. So if the data that we are giving is manipulated, then the output will also be the same. So when we give the data, it must be correct, it must be accurate, so that we can expect much precise work of output from that. Then second, third is privacy. Yes, of course, privacy matters. So everywhere there is at AI-based cameras or the social medias, everywhere there is privacy breaches happening, and that we are hearing every day in the social medias, or deep fake images and deep fake videos are creating by the so many persons, those who are anti-social activities are doing, or they are creating by using this artificial or generative AI. So there is a probability of breaching the privacy of individuals or a community or a country even. So there is a matter of privacy breach that we are hearing and seeing the newspapers and in the media every day. And deepfakes. So what are the deepfakes? So we can create a generative images which may look similar to a particular person's. So you might have recently there were many videos, many images that has been created by using these artificial intelligence. It is called as a deep fake videos and deep fake images. So it is very much difficult to differentiate from the original images with this particular deep fake made images. And persuasive AI. What is this persuasive AI? So it's saying that the artificial intelligence can influence the attitude and behaviors of human behavior. Because nowadays we are depending blindly on AI softwares. We are depending on ChatGPT. We are depending on search engines. So everything we are depending on. So all these activities, we are blindly started to believe in artificial intelligence. So the behavior and attitude of human can be changed. So this AI can decide or it can influence the human behavior and attitude of human beings. So it's one of the risks. Then weaponization, yes, of course, that's what we are seeing in the last couple of days. So the artificial intelligence are being used for drones. The last 2 days we are talking about drone attack. So this drone attack is again, it is drones are working based on this artificial intelligence. These deep learnings and machine learnings are using for the functioning of these drones. So this AI can be used as a weapon against another countries. So it is another risk. And ethical. So here comes the aspect of ethical aspect, whether the use of AI is ethical or not. Yes, if it is depends on the response, it is called as responsible AI. So if a person is using AI with some responsibility, this is well and good. But if it is not using, or if it is unethically using for some negative works, it is unethical, of course. So certain policies, certain regulations need to be taken from the administrators, from the government level to control or to maintain the ethicality of artificial intelligence. Next, it's power seeking. So now it's saying that those who are having this AI, they are strong, right? So US, they developed ChatGPT, and recently China also started to develop other open AI based, chat box. So now it's the presence of how they are strong in artificial intelligence that depends, that decides the power of a country. So some countries are good. For example, the technology is China or Israel. They are highly advanced in terms of artificial intelligence and generative AI. So all these are some of the risks that we are facing because of artificial intelligence. So what is the future of artificial intelligence? Yes, this artificial intelligence is expected to continue transforming industries and daily life. Yes, it is influencing our daily life on day-to-day basis, or the industries, everything. Everything is decided by this AI. So what we require is more human-like AI through advancement in general intelligence. So some humanistic approach need to be given this particular AI. So ethical and responsible AI development to mitigate the risk. So whatever risk we have seen in the previous slide, that need to be mitigated by using ethical and responsible aspect. That two components need to be added with the existing AI to make it more beneficial. So ethical need to be added. So ethical responsibility, we need to incorporate it within the existing AI. And this particular AI can be integrated in areas like mental health. So mental health, now all of us are much merged with all these advancement, and the mental stability is disturbing. So this AI can be even used, or it can be integrated with your existing mental health, and it can be used for climate change solutions, or it can be even in the form of robotics. So in many areas, so AI can be incorporated, and the future of AI is bright, and that degree of brightness depends on how we are utilizing it. Are we using ethically? Yes, it will be bright. Are we using responsibly by considering the responsibility? Yes, again, it will be brighter. But if we're using unethically, irresponsibly, then the future of AI will be dark. So, and you might be heard about this Tesla cars. They are self-driving cars. So, in each and every areas, AI is already started to integrate. And definitely, the future of AI will be bright by considering. At the same time, we should keep in mind that it should be ethically sound, and it should be responsibly. We have to use the AI. So by concluding, so it requires collaboration between technologists, policymakers, and the public to create a future where AI enhances the human experiences, promoting innovations and convenience without compromising individual rights or ethical standards. So when we forecast the future of AI as brightening one, the same time we should not compromise individual rights and ethical standards. These two things we should always keep in our mind when we think about artificial intelligence. Thank you. That's all from my side.